So Melissa's here, and I have a few questions, Melissa.
Sure.
How high will you be at when you start to get these symptoms?
I lived on Whistler Mountain. I lived in Aspen Mountain, so about 9,000.
Yeah.
So I want to focus on that because you said a few things in the tape piece that as a physician make me worry. That's why I'm clarifying this for everyone in the audience. If anyone's ever out there exercising, they have crushing chest pain, I'm never going to say, oh, it's just altitude illness. But if this occurs, you're otherwise healthy. It only occurs when you're at really high altitude, and when you're at lower altitude, you don't get these symptoms. Most likely your breathing is altitude related. And I don't know of anyone who goes up to 9,000 plus feet and feels like, oh my gosh, there's so much oxygen up here. This is great. You know, you get up there, it's like, wait, where is it? And so that's not uncommon. Two things you can do. Number one, you can go back down to lower altitude when you get to altitude and have those symptoms. Not very much fun. But for people, if you get to altitude and you're on a trip,
Let's try one of these.
the solution can be a little bit of oxygen.
Yeah.
You know, because it's really cool to ski down a mountain with that
Yeah,
in
right.
your
Just
hand.
hold this. Just carry this with you. Get a really long extension cord, and you'll be good. So this is actually kind of cool. I'm feeling the air oxygen flows right going up into my nose. That feels good. This is the Zadro oxygen bar. This is feeding me 30% oxygen, which is more than the 21% you'd normally be breathing at sea level. So.
Because essentially what happens when you go to altitude, the oxygen concentration is lower. And for some people, they do fine with it, but a lot of people have altitude sickness where not only do you have trouble getting your deep breath, but do you feel like you get maybe some headaches and...
Definitely headaches. I mean, even trouble sleeping, eating. Don't really feel like eating.
So classic altitude type symptoms. So oxygen, certainly if you're suffering from severe difficulty breathing and you're in the mountains, you really should go see a physician. But a lot of people will actually try to take a little oxygen with them.